This is found in our, everything we do on Tip Tuesday is found in our Patreon community. A lot of folks here in Patreon support what we do here. But if you want to go to Patreon and you want to check out what we do, there's the QR code on the top there. Okay, so this is part of our Patreon community. Patreon folks got this yesterday leading into today, so they can do their homework if they want to read it ahead of time. The Patreon folks got this late, I'd say yesterday evening, last night. So here we are. Let's talk stock footage. Let's talk setting up stock images. Let me pop that. Is that going to be too big? Oh, that fits perfectly. Excellent. Setting up stock images accounts. Like you see, I have this little Christmas ball. This Christmas ball thing that I created here has sold several times on Getty Images. It's just, I took pictures of my Christmas decorations. Took pictures of Christmas decorations. Oh, these are decorations along Fifth Avenue. Just walked around the Fifth Avenue, taking pictures of Christmas stuff. And then every year around Christmas, someone buys this image. Several people buy this image. Tip Tuesday, setting up stock image accounts. In today's digital marketplace, photography isn't just about capturing moments. It's about creating opportunities. Platforms like Getty Images and Adobe Stock allow photographers to transform their work into income streams while reaching audiences across the globe. For our Touchbase Daily community, learning how to set up contributor accounts is the first step toward turning creativity into commerce. This journey is more than technical. It's about positioning your vision where the world can see it. By understanding the requirements, preparing your strongest images, and navigating the submission process with care, you'll be ready to showcase your artistry on two of the most influential platforms in the industry. Together, we'll explore how to build contributor accounts, meet professional standards, and begin licensing images that can carry your unique perspective into homes, businesses, and publications worldwide. We're going to start off with Getty Images. Number one, Getty Images. The most important of these is Getty Images. Getty Images, like you'll see, like if you go through your Google and you see movie stars and they get pictures taken of them at events, the Met and all the other places around the country, around the world. And then at the bottom, in the middle, near the bottom, I call two-third line, you see across it says Getty Images. And then it has the photographer's name. Now that's an upper tier that you might go and do, and you're allowed to do. You can apply for that in the contributor app or it's the contributor website. That's for photographers like myself. We contribute. We have a contribution page that we contribute on a certain level. But we're talking about stock images, where people use your images for their purposes in business. So here we go. Back to the notes here. Number one of this, apply via the Getty contributor portal. Start at the Getty Images contributor community. Let me take you there. Hold on a second. Let me take you there because this is where you're going to begin. And this is where it's probably going to open up my account. Hold on a second. I don't know if I want my account to be exposed to the world, but let me just go here and put it in here. Okay. Will it show up? Okay, so I'm going to show you the page. I'm going to move this out, stop sharing this, and then I'm going to put this in there for you. I think you can see that. Hold on a second. Here we go. We're going to share the Getty Images contributor page. This link will be also in our description. So this page is called the Getty Image contributor page, where it's just called Stock. Anyone could be a part of this. Yes, there are standards, and we're going to talk about those standards. But this is a contributor page. And in it, you can go in. I think it will sign me in if I go in. Let me see if it signs me in. And it won't show my password, but let me go in there. Okay. So close. Okay. So let me see if it has my page and all of my account. Let me go to my. So you can go in here. It shows you how to do it, gives you steps. It has also on the other side here rewards, creative resources, community hub, help center, getting started, learn, education, how to do it. Everything is right here. I think Getty does the best job in explaining all of this. Let me see. I'm clicking with fear and trepidation. I don't want everyone to go into my account and know what's going. Well, you can't go into my account technically. Where's my page? Where's my okay. So it's not showing my stuff yet. So okay, it's not gonna go there, which is good. Account management, uploads, contribute community. Okay, so this is just the basic right now. So if I wanted to, So if I wanted to go to my account, this is a layout here. It says welcome contributors. Here you'll find the tools, data, and support to manage and grow your business. Okay. So I can go in here, and it goes in, it just has the content, has the performances, like you can get royalties, content statistics. Here also is like on my account, it says update personal information, payment options, update tax information, because you got to have tax information. You have to be a citizen of the United States with working ability to be taxed. Resources, how to upload, create resources, create a briefing. Has my name in there. Hold on a second. I'm not sure why my account is not showing up right now, but maybe that's a good thing. Okay. But in here, usually I can go in. I can usually go in and it will show my photos, everything uploads and review account content. Let me see if that happens. Okay. They change some rules. So sometimes they change the rules. You have to kind of accept. Okay. So I can go in here, create batches, right? I can create batches of photos, add the photos. And then in here, I can establish submission types, where I want to put them, the batch, the date, put the information in, create it, and it will plug in and it will be on. Okay. So I'm just trying to find out. I want to go to my account. Okay, can't go. That's okay. There's my account. That's some of my information there. My website is ronlouisphotos.com. Has my name there, my URL, my picture. I'm going to change that picture. That picture needs to be changed. But it goes on. And you put your information there. I won't go to the top of it because it has all my numbers and stuff. But again, this is what it looks like when you're contributing to Getty Images. Okay? Same thing is similar in Adobe. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this. And now we're going to go in. So you know what this page looks like. Now I'm going to go in to how you can contribute. So let's do that. Let's go back to Getty. Let's go back to our lesson. Okay, so we got that, right? And if you have any questions, make sure you put a Q and then your question, and then we'll address it at the end. Okay? You have a question, we'll do it in the Q&A. Okay, so the next one is eligibility. So you know what the page looks like. Anyone can apply, but Getty is selective. They often review portfolios before granting access. So how do they do that? You probably would, you could set up a blog page with a .com, like, bloggers have .com, and put photos in it so people can see it like a portfolio. You can use, if you have on Adobe, you can use your Behance page. So once you have an Adobe account, you can set up your Behance. That's another. So you can do that, and then it's a free website. So you can put all your photos in one place, and then they can review it and see the quality of your work. Here's another. thought. Prepare your content. Ensure images meet technical standards. One, they're very strict on this, y'all. Sharpness, resolution, no watermarks. Releases are required for recognizable people or property. You can't show faces unless you have a model release form. You can't show logos of businesses. You, like, for instance, if you'll see in most commercials on TV or most commercials in periodicals, they will have a Nikon camera, but you don't see the Nikon name. They put a black tape over the Nikon and then use the camera and photograph the camera in whatever they're trying to create. So anytime you have name brands anywhere around, even in the streets, if you're photographing in the street, you have to make sure that you blur out your names of businesses in the background, because they can get in trouble for sharing recognizable people and property. So you have to, in your mind, already say, I am not going to photograph names of properties, names that are of people, also people's faces. So the best photos are from the rear, from the back, right? Also, next one, legal requirements. As I just said, model and property releases must be signed and uploaded for applicable images. Unauthorized use of trademarks or copyrighted material is prohibited. You must be conscious of these things. Now, if you are a photographer and you photograph someone's face and you want to use that image, you should have a property release or a model release. How do you can do that? There are certain apps inside your app store. Like I have the model release form app in the Apple Store or the Samsung or Google Play Store. You can get a model release app where you can put all the main information in it. When you photograph a model or a person, they fill it out, they sign it, and then you have that information there. Then if you submit this work to Getty, you submit your photo with the model release form for them to be able to use it. You need to have proof that the model is okay with their image being on Getty Images. Same thing for Adobe. Okay? So you want to make sure you do that. Next, the submission process. Upload through their contributor tools. I just took you to the page and I just showed you the tool. You click in, you can do it by batches, you can do it by individuals. Make sure you include the metadata, titles, keywords, categories. It's critical for discoverability. So on that side, you saw there's going to be a little section that asks for like your hashtags, keywords, your title. You want to make sure you title it properly. Like I have here, apples, a barrel of apples, a batch of apples. You'll put in keywords so that way when it's in the system, people can find your photo. This is a very generic photo. It's just of apples. No names, nothing there. So if someone wants to use this photo for a advertisement or for packaging, they will pay Getty for it. I will get a percentage. I do believe now it's 60%, 40, 60. Getty gets 40%, I get 60%. I believe that's still the number. Okay? So submission process, upload through their contributor tools. Make sure you include all the metadata, titles, keywords, categories. It's critical for discovery. Earnings. Contributors earn royalties each time their content is licensed. So what someone will do, a company will do, is they will ask for a license to use your photo. And I do believe it's still 60-40. So when that person signs whatever that form is on the Getty Images, they will sign, I submit, I'm paying for it. They may pay $200, maybe it's 50 cents. It could range. The range is big. When I first started with my contributions on Getty, I used to sell my photos just to get $100 for licensing, $200 for licensing. It's not that way in today's world because so many people are contributors. There are lots of contributors. There are lots of people that contribute. So now it's not, you don't get as much. Sometimes it's 50 cents. Sometimes it's 75 cents. Sometimes it's $1.25. But the key to the stock image game, as they call it, is flooding your page, your account with beautiful photos, right? One is that will give you a higher rate of people going to your name. They'll say, oh, wow, Ron Foster, he does these kinds of photos. Oh, I can guarantee I'm going to get some wildlife. I'm going to get some nature and landscapes, right? So they start associating, people that go to the account will start associating their needs with your name, and they will count on you all the time. So that's how you can also build a consistency in clientele through being a contributor. The other way is flooding the zone, as they like to say, flood the zone. All the great photos that you've taken over the years that may be sitting in the cloud, and you know these photos are beautiful, but no one knows they exist anyway. They're sitting in your cloud. Go through them one by one. Make sure they're beautiful. Make sure they're sharp. Make sure they look good. Make sure they are everything, all the requirements, and then submit them into your contributor tool so that it now becomes part of your account. And once it's in the account, then what Getty will do, and Adobe, they will go through it, and you will get an approval or a disapproval, or like they like to say, reject. So you get a approval or a reject. Now, sometimes when they give you a reject, they will tell you the reason why they rejected this photo. And then it's up to you if you want to resubmit it, go back, photograph it differently, and then resubmit. Is this making sense, y'all? I know this is deep. So the same thing happens at Adobe. Same thing, right? This is Adobe. I'm going to go through it quickly with Adobe. I'm not going to go through my Adobe account. But how is this sounding for you guys? Are you learning anything today? Are you learning anything today here? I hope you are. I hope you are. Let me see here. This is good information, says Dr. Tachi. This is good information. Let's see here. Wait, I'm just going to. Omar says, one day I will go through the millions of photos I have on my server and get them into stock barns. That's right. That's right. You got to do it. If you want to. This is how you make this. Now that I'm getting older and I can't get out as much, I know there's going to come a time that I'm not going to be climbing dunes and doing, physical stuff to get photos. There's a time that's going to be where I'm not going to be getting on the floor taking pictures for my clients in a photo shoot. But what I am now preparing for the future is to put as many of my photos into stock images. Since I have these accounts, Adobe, I've had it for years, and I have my Getty image account, I am now going to fill them up with all my photos because I have millions of photos. I'm going to go through them. I have time now to do it. But if you don't have the time, make time. Say, you know what? I'm a busy photographer. I am going to take Sunday evenings or Saturday evening, take an hour or two just to dedicate to it once a week. That once a week over time, as we say on Wall Street, has an intrinsic value. Intrinsic value. That is the value over time. Intrinsic value. So the more you put in over time, just like you do if you invest in your IRA or your 401k, or right? As you put money in or you put photos in over time, you accumulate your portfolio and you accumulate your variety of what you can offer people who are looking for photography. Okay, let's go to, I want to go through Adobe really quick. Okay, here we go. Adobe Stock Contributor account. Same, pretty much the same. Create an Adobe ID. Sign up free at the Adobe Stock Contributor portal. Now, let me see if mine is available. Let me just hold on a second. And I'm just gonna copy that and see something. If that may be more, hopefully that's my clearer one. Let's see. Okay, going in there real quick. Sorry for a moment. Just want to get if I can share this with you, I'm going to do it. Okay. Y'all want to, here's a page that you will laugh at. And is that because I don't really contribute like I should, but I am now changing my philosophy. The economy's changing. I need to rethink. But here you go. You want to see something funny? Here we go. Let me show you something funny. This is my account in Adobe. And don't laugh. Don't laugh when you see this. Okay. Here we go. So this is my account from this year so far. I've made $10.36. And this is without doing anything. Literally, I really don't contribute, but I am now going to start contributing to my account. So my earnings for the four uploads that have been making money over time. They're the same four things. It gives you these are the photos that are on my page that I've contributed. Some have been downloaded 4 times. Some have been downloaded 2 times. This one was downloaded 2 times. One was downloaded 2 times. These are over the years that these photos have been. This is my Adobe account, right? So these are the pictures on my Adobe account. Some have been bought, some have not. These are my top sellers on the top here. These are my top sellers. No one has even bought, no one has bought these down here, right? But I put them in. You never know, right? So this is all the photos I have. Now, this one I use more often than I use my Getty contributor, which is, I talked to someone from Getty while I was on assignment, and they were like, you should use your Getty more often. I said, you know what? I will. So, but here it is. There's my graph. There's the money I made, $1 here, nothing here, another dollar there, nothing here. But again, I don't use it. I don't use it like I'm supposed to. Confession is good for the soul. But I am now re-evaluating how I use these platforms. Because there's money, I'm leaving money on the shelf. And they say, I'm leaving money on the table. When I have all these photos, I mean, I have literally, I have 1 million photos. But look at available earnings. So right now, I have $10 banked, $10.36. But believe it, if I had, let's say I had 1,000 photos on this platform, it would change the numbers. Who does not want an extra $1,000 a year? Right? There you have it. So I wanted to share that with you. Okay, let's go back to the Adobe. I hope this is making sense for you all. I really do, because the photographers out there, this is some of the ways you can make some money along with your projects and what you do. Okay, here we go. So let's go back to Adobe. Adobe. Create an Adobe account. We already saw that. Verification. New contributors must verify both email and phone number before uploading. No, here's another one. Profile setup. Add display name, cover image, payout method, and tax information. This ensures proper payment and compliance. Both of these platforms require tax information. Okay? Either through your company that's already set up as an LLC or you as a personal individual. I've set mine up in my personal individual. So they're not really connected to my Ron Lewis Photos company. They're connected to me as Ron Foster. Okay. Let's see here. And upload content. Adobe accepts photos, videos, vectors, and illustrations. Review their submission guidelines to avoid rejection. What has happened over time, Adobe used to concentrate a lot on photos, but now we live in a digital era where everything is lots of videos. You will gain more money in your Adobe account by posting videos, videos of water, videos of the sunset, videos of a mountain range, videos of whatever, snippets. So sometimes when I'm on projects, I do snippets. But now, because you have an amazing smartphone in your pocket that does 4K for most of us, you can just take that little phone and do 30-second snippets, 15-second snippets, and submit. Do you see where I'm going with this? You can create money for yourself. Like I said, the more you give into this project, the more you will have. If you treat it like I did over the years, it's just just do it once here and once there. But the economy, the way we're going, you might have to rethink, photographers out there, of how you make extra money, videographers, because you're in this community. Also, same thing with Getty. Metadata matters. Metadata matters. Titles, keywords, and categories help buyers find your work. Adobe provides keywording tools to optimize visibility. The great thing about these tools now, on my account, I could put in an image, and because of AI, now Getty uses it, and in Adobe, but I use it more on Adobe. Adobe will automatically create keywords based on your image. It knows what your image looks like, and it produces keywords. So it's easier than it used to be. And then, last but not least on this, payment. Here we go. Same thing as Getty. Royalties are paid once you reach the minimum payout threshold. For mine is, I think it's $100. So once mine gets to 100, it sends me a check for $100. So it'll accumulate. So that 1032 that you saw, if I sell more during the Christmas holiday or whatever, it will eventually get to 100. And after it gets to 100, then they're going to send me a check for $100. Who doesn't want a $100 check once in a while? Right? Or you can set your threshold to 1,000, whatever you want. Okay. Now I took this photo. Someone requested this for a project I was doing for stock photos. But this was the first image of what I was doing. But I had to go back into this and take out like the news 1055 or Channel 4 News. I was on a project for a Black Lives Matter. And I took photos. They wanted a media shot. I was like, oh, I got that. This is all the media, the press. And they wanted the stock image. So I ended up, this is during COVID. And I went through and made some corrections, got rid of the brand names, just little tweaks. And then I submitted it. And the company used it. Okay. So again, these are the things you need to do. Things to remind your community. Things to remind us as our community. Quality first. Both platforms reject low resolution, poorly lit, or heavily edited images. Don't edit too much. Keep it simple. Submit only your strongest work, as if you were submitting it to a gallery, because it is a gallery. Also, don't submit black and whites. If the company wants to buy the photo, they can easily make it black and white. So don't send black and white. Send color photos. They can change it to black and white. Legal releases. It is important to use models and property releases. We already talked about that. You can get those on apps. There are apps in the App Store for photographers for model and property release forms. And you can store it and save it into your data. With them, images featuring people or private property will be rejected. One account rule. Adobe Stock allows only one contributor account per person. So you can't say, I'm going to go in as Ron Lewis Photos and then Ron Lewis Foster, blah, blah, blah. No, you only get one account per person. Consistency. I lack this, but I'm not going to lack it any longer because I see the writing on the wall. Upload regularly to build visibility. A portfolio with variety, lifestyles, architecture, events tends to perform better. Think of holidays, Thanksgiving photos. When you're with your family this weekend, Thanksgiving, take photos of your family without their faces. The faces turned away from you. Maybe it's the turkey on the table. Maybe it's food. Maybe it's the gathering. Maybe it's just the crowd. Take pictures of your Thanksgiving event. We've already talked about how to document so many things in this community. Use those tips to your advantage. These photos tend to perform better because there's always going to be Thanksgiving. There's always going to be Halloween. There's always going to be Christmas. Those things that are regulars. People are always looking for seasonal photos. Also for Adobe, tax and payment setup. Contributors must provide a tax info W-9 for use for U.S. residents and a W-8BEN for non-U.S. residents. Without this, payouts may be delayed, as in they are not coming unless you have filled that out. Okay? In conclusion, building a presence on platforms like Getty Images and Adobe Stock is more than just opening an account. It's about stepping into the global marketplace of visual storytelling. This is work, y'all. It is a form of work. There are people that do stock images for a living. That's all they do. By preparing high-quality images, respecting legal requirements, and thoughtfully adding metadata, photographers position themselves not only to earn royalties, but also to have their work seen and valued by diverse audiences worldwide or around the world. For our community, this is an invitation to transform creativity into opportunity. Treat each upload as a professional showcase. Approach releases and metadata as tools of empowerment, ensuring your stories are both protected and discoverable. Remember that consistency and quality build visibility over time. Ultimately, these platforms are gateways to legacy. Every image you contribute becomes part of a larger archive of human experiences, an archive that can inspire, inform, and endure. Let's take this step together, turning a collective vision into a shared presence on the world's biggest stages for photography. Did you learn anything, guys? How did I do? How did I do? How did I do? Did you get any information out of this? Did you learn anything? Did you learn anything? Dr. Taji says you can also use ChatGPT or generative AI to ask what types of video clips and photos people are searching for. That is true. Mimi says, yes, I did, sending hearts. And Dr. Taji says, great job. Great job. Yes, Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi says, I want to try and do the same with video clips. It's important. Oh, and Janet says, this is amazing, Ron. Learning a lot of stuff. Anthony says, I need to go through the thousands of photos I have on my drives. This is passive income that will add up in the background while I'm doing other stuff. That's why I says, Ron, don't spend that whole $10.36 in one place now. There's a recession. This is someone that's been in the game for a long time. Omar says, great points, Ron. Great points. And and Dr. Stein said, I don't believe that. My friend, you will always be climbing dunes. When I get to Namibia, I'll be climbing my first dunes again. Omar said, one day I will go through the millions of photos I have on my server and get them into Stock Barns. Okay. I hope this was beneficial to you guys, especially you photographers out there. It is so important that you think outside the box. The economy that we're heading into is going to reshape everything we know about our business. Everything. Everything. Nothing is not on the table for change. You are dealing with a horrible economy that's coming. You are dealing with AI, artificial intelligence, but you got to harness it. I use my AI when I'm creating these lessons. You have to harness the technology. I go in, I write what I want, I say what I want to say, and then I say, AI, make this better for me, for my community. And now my AI, just a hint, my AI knows my personality. It knows how I talk. It knows me. My AI knows me by name. When I go onto my Copilot and I start talking, he said, hey, Ron, what's going on? What we got? How can I help you today? Don't be afraid of technology. Do not be afraid. It is here for you to use because the world is not going backwards. The world will continue to move forward. And you either go forward with the world, as in technology, or you will be left behind. Your business will die. You as a person, and you will become less valuable to your company if you work for someone. You need to know AI. You need to use it every day. You need to figure out ways to make it part of your life. When I was with Adrian and Nancy, I put them onto my Copilot, right? My Copilot calls it. Like I said, when I talk to him, I go, hey, I say, hey, Copilot, what do I said, I have a couple of questions. I want a lesson for my touchbasedaily community. You go, hey, okay. So you want to do something on photography today? He already know. My Copilot already knows that you exist, that you are my community. And I just simply go in and then he tweaks it. I mean, mine is he has a black man's voice. he's really hip. And then I put Nancy onto it, put Adrian onto it. They were like, oh, holy moly. Yo, don't be afraid of the technology. I'm 61 years old and I am not afraid. I know it's hard to believe for some people. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to learn. You will only become a better person. I see here, Mimi says, you can also turn art and pics into wallpaper. Print on demand is on another level now. Yes, indeed. Multiple streams of income is necessary. We cannot depend on one stream of income. Let AI be your friend, y'all. And again, we talked about the economy, and you saw how we tied this into the economy. This is going to help you in your economy and how you survive what's coming. The writing's on the wall. Things are going to get tough. And we photographers and creatives are going to have to find other ways to supplement our incomes. This could be one of those forms to supplement your income. Dedicate once a week, 2 hours a week. Do it, and you'll be saving yourself in the future. One more from Mimi. She says, you can also turn art. Okay, we got that one. Okay, got that. Okay, so guys, I think we're good. I'm going to leave it out without my, well, first of all, I'm going to say the first of all thing. Thank you, Patreon members. Your support helps us create amazing content. If you are interested in becoming a Patreon member and you like what we do here, if this information helps you, well, there's a lot more where this came from. You go to the Patreon page, you go to our Patreon community, all of our Tip Tuesdays are right there. Every one of them for the last 3 years are all in our Patreon community. All you have to do is scan the QR code, become a member, become a paying member. I know we have a lot of free members. I'm not knocking the free members, but don't be free forever. Come in, support. Look, the lowest one is $3 a month. I think I'm worth $3 a month. Go for it. What we do here, this community is worth more than $3 a month. So, but is that all you can afford? Then do that. But support. Become a part of our Patreon community. This is where all of our information lives. You will see all of this there. Okay, even some of our videos. Also, I am an event photographer. That's what I do on the main. If you have a project, I do photojournalism events, and I do corporate events and private events. So if you need an event photographer and I'm in your town, because I'm traveling around the states and around the globe now these days, give me a call. Let me know how I can help you with your next event. Also, join our email list, because maybe these websites that these platforms may not be around social media. So at least we can contact you and share this information with you or by email. Okay, you can do that. And last but not least, our community has a community board. On YouTube, you can go to YouTube and hit community for this platform, Ron Lewis Photos on YouTube, and you can exchange photography, text postings, conversation, engage with one another. And next week on the 3rd, we're going to be submitting what we do. If you have a company, if you have a photography company, you have an art company, you have like Hello Healing, like Lisa, or you have whatever your business is, we're gonna put together a list of businesses. So if you have a business list, put it on the community so we can put it on the list. If you have a business that you want us to put a listing of your business on this platform that we can share with the community, like we're doing here now, get it up. So that way, December 3rd and December 4th and December 5th, that's what we're going to be pushing it. And then we'll have for this community, a directory of businesses. Okay, so let's build community. This is how we do it together. This is how we become better, and that is together. Okay, I hope that helps you all. I hope that it works in your favor. Everything we've done here works for you. And I see Anthony says, after I watch Matthew Jordan Smith, I'll get on Getty and submit some work. I have a lot of Christmas photos. My wife turns our home into a winter wonderland. Nia just did the house, right? She's still working on it. I went around and photographed the ornaments. I photographed the balls and the wreath things, all little things. And guess what? I'm submitting those. I'm submitting them this week. Use your environments to your advantage. It doesn't have to be as hard as you think. And it says, yes, great idea. Yes, great ideas. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I know we went overtime today. This was a long Touch Base Daily, but it was worth it. I do believe it was worth it. Again, the QR code for our Patreon is right there. Right there. And become a Patreon member and support what we do here. Okay, guys, I think we're good. Tomorrow is our water cooler conversation. It is our last show before Thanksgiving. and community meeting before Thanksgiving Day. We'll be back. We'll be gone for the holidays, and I'll be back on Monday. Okay, so sorry, Tuesday, because Monday I'll be traveling. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. I hope this works for you. I see Omar says, have a great day, everyone. Have a great day, everyone. Can I put that on the board? Have a great day, everyone. Okay, love you, appreciate you. See you tomorrow. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.